Hey everyone, John Bella here. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another YouTube video. And today we're going to be talking about controlled components and specifically about forms. I was talking to someone recently who was pretty new to React, and they asked me, why do I need to pass the state of my forms to React? So today I wanted to answer that for everyone. So if we think about the way that forms typically work in the browser, they maintain their own internal state. So as we type into an email or username field or password field or a text area, that field itself maintains its own internal state within the browser. But when we move to React, React uses a virtual DOM. So it's no longer observing changes that we make directly in the DOM, it's only observing changes that we tell React about. The virtual DOM is essentially an object representation of all of our components and data and everything that we pass to our application. React maintains a virtual representation of that in memory. So when we update a component, then React will diff that change and then update only the relevant pieces of the screen. It's one of the great things about React. But it feels a little bit strange when we actually start getting in and start, setting state on an input. So today I wanted to take a look at how to both set that state and manage those forms and why. Since React doesn't observe the DOM itself, we need to tell React about those changes, and React then becomes our single source of truth. So as you can see on the screen, we're going to start with a form that is a sign-in form. And currently, it doesn't update our state. So if we look at our console here, and if we console log our state, save it, it will upload or update. And then if we just type some stuff in here, we see that the state of our component is null. And that's not good because as we make these changes, we can't use React to validate these form fields easily. So we need to tell React as things happen that the state of this form is changing. So we'll start by defining state and saying that we have an email field and a password field. The next thing we need to do is create a method to handle the changes in these fields. So if we say handle change, and then we'll pass the event to it, just as E, then we'll say this.setState. And what we'll do is we'll say e.target.name, which means we're going to extract the name from the field that we're typing into and set the state on the name of that field. And we'll say e.target.value. And that means we're going to update the state to whatever the new value of that field is. So now on our inputs, we can say value is this.state.email. And then on change, this.handle change. And what that means is that anytime there's a keystroke within our email field, we're going to tell React about it and React will update our state. Then when we go to do the sign-in portion here, it's already going to know what the values are. But since we're handling this on change, one of the cool things we can do is we can actually validate that the field has value, has a correct value. So if we're looking for email, we can validate that the input in that field is an email. And we can do other things within our application. So then we also need to handle the password field as well as passing that change to React. So now if we keep our console log and we save, you can see that as we type, our state is being logged. So every keystroke gets logged. So now React knows about the input fields and it can respond accordingly. Going this route allows React to maintain a single source of truth for the state of our applications and allows us to get away from doing direct DOM observation as well as direct DOM manipulation. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you have questions, feel free to drop into the comments below. If you liked this video, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.